you're good.
All right. So the first thing you'll want to do is go into Mobile Link, and then you go to Login, and you punch in your driver ID, which is your 8-digit number. Then you hit Login, and request route. You have a new route received, so you hit OK. And then up top you see your stops, 0 of 11. And you go down here to start trip. And then the very top one, this normally says Tatamy, but I'm running an Edison route today. So then you swipe that and complete it. That shows that you're started. And then make yourself en route to your first stop. And then Foxtrot is a very simple one. You just tap the app and it comes up. That one's done. Then we have Stay in Front Touch. This is where all your invoices are. You want to log in. Enter your user name, which is again your 8-digit number. And then password is password 1. Looks just like that, but with a 1 on the end with a capital P. And then log in. Now we will enter our route ID, which is our delivery group number. And then you hit download. Then up top here it says Tatamy PA. You want to tap that. And it brings this screen up. You have to enter the assembler, the loader, and the vehicle. Does not matter what you enter, you just have to enter something down there. So you just tap them. And then you can hit any of the things that are behind it. Doesn't matter. Then once all 3 of those have something there, you hit done up here. And it comes to this screen. You can tap where it says route if you would like, and then you can see your stops. And you can go back. Now you can start the route. You have to hit this little checkbox up here. And then put your initials in here. Then you hit start. Are you sure? Yes. Then once all these half moons come up, you want to make sure you have quantities here, which we do. And then this little cloud up here, you hold that down until these half moons turn into targets. Oh, sorry, I lied. Till it turns into this. Then you tap this check mark. Then they'll turn into targets. There you go. Now you know you're ready to go. And I always just pull up the store that I'm headed to. But you can't hit start yet. You have to wait until you get to your first stop to actually hit start. Okay, so when you arrive at your stop, you pull up, oops, better pull it up. Pull up Mobile Link, and it has you en route. Oops, you swipe it, and then hit arrive. Then you get out of there, you go into Stay in Front Touch, and you hit start. Are you sure you want to start? Yes. Then you go in and service the store. And when you're done, we come back and we finish all these up. On here, back to the app, this was Stay in Front Touch. After we pulled it back up, you go into carts and pallets, We took one pallet into the store, hit the check mark, and you hit the back button either up there or down here. Then you go into orders. There's the 4 invoices that we took in. You swipe them all to the left until they turn gray. Hit order completion. Up top it says delivered. Hit delivered, and then this comes up with a drop down box. If a drop down box where you can select someone's name does not appear, then you hit one of the other varieties. You did not hit delivered, you hit refuse. So if you hit refuse, nothing comes up to sign. At this point, you're still okay, you didn't go too far. But if you hit okay, now you went too far. So you can just hit the back button, swipe them all again, hit order completion, make sure you hit delivered. Now the drop down box comes up, you select that, you go to the person's name, which you hopefully got, and print it next to their signature. Her name was Lenore, and then you capture a picture of the manifest. Make sure you get the store name and number in there, and then the person's signature and the printed name next to it. Then you hit OK. Are you sure? Yes. And it goes back to this screen here with all the invoices on it, and now it says delivered over here, so you know you're good. You hit the back button twice. Brings you back to this screen. You hit complete. Are you sure? Yes. And now you're done with that one. Now your bullseye, your target, it just turned into like 4 o'clock or whatever. So now you know you're good. So then I always just kind of pull up the next one. Do not hit start yet. Then you can hit the home button. You jump out of there, go into Foxtrot, grab the store that you just delivered to, and then you just hit success. Then Foxtrot's done. Hit the home button, go into mobile link. You were at arrive, swipe it to the left, you hit complete. The next store pops up right at the top there. You swipe that to the left and make yourself en route, and that's all you do. All right, so we got here. Mobile link was still up. It's on en route. You swipe it, hit arrive. Then you get out of there. You go into stay in front touch. Now you start it. Are you sure? Yes. And then you go service the store. All right, so now we go into carts and pallets. We took in 3 pallets. I didn't bring any back yet. I'll get pallets later. Go into orders, swipe them all, hit order completion, delivered, hit the drop down. Her name was Sandy. Oops. Get out of here. Sandy. Then we take a picture of the signature. Make sure you get the store name and number and the signature and printed name next to it. Hit OK. Are you sure? Yes. Now you're all delivered. Hit the back button twice and complete. Are you sure? Yes. Now you're good there. You got your clock up there. Hit the next one. Hit the home button. Go into Foxtrot. Foxtrot will shuffle the order around, so you want to make sure you're completing the correct one. So we were just at Walmart 3830. That is the next one in line. So we're good. Hit that one, then you hit success down here. Close that out. Into mobile link. You were arrived. Swipe it left. Hit complete. Your next store pops up top. Swipe that left. Hit en route, and you're ready to go. And then just show that, just draw a line from which one it is to there. This is exclusive to Targets. We have to sign in on a tablet. So you just hit select your company, Scroll down to Mondelez, hit continue, hit delivery, and check in, and you're done. Now that we're back at the end of the day, we were en route to, which normally says Tatamy, but I did an Edison route today, so it says Edison. You swipe it, and then arrive, and then swipe it again, and hit complete. And now Mobile Link is done. You hit the home button, go into Foxtrot, hit the last one, which should say Tatamy, but again it's Edison, and then you just do finish route, and Foxtrot is done. I then go into work plan, which I forgot what it was called, and this is where you do your DVIRs. So then I pull that up and start the DVIR on the trailer, and you have to hit this little arrow over here to get things rolling. You can hit next 3 times if you don't have any issues that you need to address. Go down to the bottom, you have to check this off here. Has chocks, must select passed or failed. So pick that and then hit passed. And again, if there's no issues with the vehicle, you can take that to the end. And now just keep an eye on the time, because 6 minutes has to lapse between the time you started your DVIR and the time that this shows right here. So we have to wait until 1:56 before we can complete this. And then we'll do the same thing with the tractor. Okay, so then while you're waiting for your time to pass here, I go back to stay in front touch and make sure that all of your bullseyes have turned to 4 or 5 o'clock, whatever that is there. So then you know they're all closed out. So then you hit these 3 bars right here. Brings this out, and then right in the middle here it says end route. You want to do that. You scroll that all the way down to the bottom, you hit end. You do it again. You hit this little checkbox right here. Put your initials in there. And as long as you had been tracking your pallets in and out all day, it will show you that you took 14 pallets into the stores, and I brought 11 pallets out of the store. That way when you submit your pallet counts, you don't have to go back through and count anything. It tells you right there. That's why it's important to do it correctly all day long. That way you don't have to check it at the end. Then you hit end now. Are you sure you want to submit? Yes. And then that will go through the cycle, and then when it's done, it goes back to pretty much a blank screen, and it has you all set up for the next day. Now you're done with stay in front touch. So in order to submit your pallet counts, everyone should have gotten this app right here, labeled pallets. Whenever I pull it back up, it goes right to here. So I just hit the back button. Brings you back to here. You just need to scroll back to the top. You only have to generally enter this one time, Tatamy branch 6124. There's a drop down box, and it has all the branches in the country. As long as you've entered it once, it usually stays there. And what date are you reporting? You just tap that, and it will go automatically to today's date. So then you can just hit that, as long as you're doing it for today. Puts that in there, your full name. As long as you've done this before, like all I do is hit end and my whole name comes up, and then you can just tap that, hit OK. Same with your ID. I just hit a 1, then it comes up. You can tap your ID, hit OK. What type of trailer you took out? I took out a pup today. How many pallets did you dispatch with? 14. How many did you return with? 11. And then you have to submit a picture. So you choose a file. I've already taken a picture, so it's in my files. Otherwise, you can take a picture at this moment, but I already took it. It is right there. I select it, hit select. Hit add the photo. So now you hit OK and submit. Now you're good. Okay, 6 minutes has passed. So now we can complete this. So you swipe it all the way up, hit sign, and you have to sign your name. No initials here. This one is actually your signature or some semblance of it. And you hit done. This goes green, so you know you're good to go. You hit submit, and you're done with your trailer DVIR. So you hit the back button, and now you start the tractor DVIR. Hit the arrow to get it started, and now once again you wait your 6 minutes. You get a key out of the key box. So if you know the person whose tractor you're taking, you can look over here and find their name, and it tells you what tractor they drive. After that, you come to the key box, just tap the screen, you enter the last 4 digits of your 8-digit number, and then hit the bottom button over here. I believe it's like a green kind of arrow type thing. There. And then the door pops open. So if you know you're taking Frank Krim's truck, for example, he drives tractor 476, and then you have to look on here and see where 476 is. It is in the number 6 spot. So then you hit the 6 up here, and then it's not nighttime, but when it's dark out, you can see it lights up around the key. Oops, I waited too long. And then the key pulls out. Then when you're done at the end of the day, you'll come back to the box again, punch in your number, open the door, and it will tell you up here there's an orange dot now where your key is. So that's where you know which key you're holding. You don't have to look it up again. You put it back in there, close the door, and you're done. You take all your paperwork, you take the manifest copies, you can hold those aside for now. Your driver's log, set that aside. So anything that you brought back from the store, any DSD copies or anything that they signed or stamped, goes with your manifests. Put your manifests together with any copies, grab a paper clip, and put them up here where it says manifest. Then you take the driver's log and put it where it says driver's log. Okay, now the DVIR on the tractor has enough time, so we hit next since there was nothing wrong with it. All the way to the end, hit preview, go all the way down, hit sign, sign it, hit done, and submit it. Now you're all done with your DVIRs. You back out of there. Now you need to unassign the vehicles from yourself. You see I'm still assigned to 467 down here. So first you go into trailers, hit your trailer that you're in already, and then you unassign it. Now that's done. Then you go into vehicle, and you leave the vehicle. That takes you out of your tractor. And now you see I have no vehicle. Then you can go here, log yourself off. Now you're going off duty. No event type, so you hit done. There's no comments, you're done. You always want to make sure that your location is at 120 Commerce Lane, which I am, so I'm good to go. You hit done, and now you're off duty.